when the session gets booked and they're here and they're on their way, the first thing you want to do is pull up their beat. Obviously. And so 99% of the time it's on YouTube. So, I mean, you can search for a beat, you can type in type beat, and then you'll get different type beats. Look at trap type beat, YFG Fatso sample type beat, get ads, right? You get Jay-Z type beat. So you get the point. If you want Michael Jackson type beat, we might get one. Look, let's see. Yeah, I hear it. Actually pretty nice. I kind of like that beat. Right? So that would be how you would basically search for a beat, right? Or let's try one more. Let's try one more. Let's try, you think they got a Madonna type beat? Let's check that out. Oh, look at a Madonna type beat. She's not even that cute, but she's just Madonna. Probably nice hips, I guess. I don't even know. Let's see. Oh, she got Britney Spears shirt on. She's killing it. This beat sucks. I tried to like force it. I'm not even a hater. That was not it. So anyway, I was joking around with these beats. Let's try I don't know. What about a Kendrick Lamar type beat? Right here. Let's try this one. Yeah, I mean, if you got that voice, then that would go for you. So basically, it's not that beats are good or that they suck. It's just that they really got to match your voice too. So usually, like, you might probably sing or rap in like two keys, three keys, you know, and that's why like you skip certain pieces because as soon as they come on, it's not even in your key, and you're like, whatever, you know, even though it might have a nice rhythm, you're like, just skip it because it's not. So unfortunately on the YouTube it doesn't say like this beat is in this key, so they're arranged by this. And so I would guess that not guess, but if you're like looking for a beat maker and you find one, a guy, and he shows you a bunch of beats, and then you're like, damn, his beats suck. It's not that his beats suck again, it's because he has you know, he likes to make beats in whatever key he makes them in, and that's how he makes them. Maybe he only gets one or two keys that he's chosen that he likes to make his melodies in, and those don't two keys are not the two keys that you would sing a rap in, so you guys aren't connecting. And I've been trying to, anytime I meet a beat maker, I try to ask them if they know how to switch the keys up and stuff, and then they think I'm crazy because I understand this. It's not really about that, but if but if it does become about that, and it's like, man, I haven't been able to sell this one guy a beat, and I want to sell this guy one beat, and then it does become that, then that's when you got to listen to what I'm saying about changing that key and playing, making a beat in that key. Otherwise, yes, I understand you're just going to be creative and, you know, whatever comes, cool. But yeah, I mean, if you want to sell more beats, try to make sure that you're hitting all the keys so that, you know, different voices can, you know, fit your beats. But yeah, that's how you would search for a beat, you know, tempo. Because we're gonna need tempo and key when we get the beat. Also, something to watch out for when you get the beat is that you have some people that are into the, like, let me see if it's even here, like 440 versus, look at, see, it pops up. It says like 440 versus 432, 440, 26, 440 versus 444. In tuning, see tuning right here, tuning. So you've got people that like to experiment, and because 440 is where all the basic start of all instruments are tuned at like 440, and mostly all the music is at 440, which is like uh, um, a reference point. It's the universal reference frequency that we've chosen is A440, that we've chosen to tune all other instruments from that, so that everyone can be in sync with each other. You know what I'm saying? That, when you play your instrument, it sounds just like my instrument, because we're all following we all tuned it off of a A440. So, like that, and then, so it's bigger than that, but we're not going to get too far into that. So some people think that it's a conspiracy, that they've done that. They just chose that. It's just easier for lots of reasons. Could be any key. No one said that there's a wrong. 432 is wrong. It's not right or wrong. But it's going to be difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and someone makes this beat at 432 and you download it, and then you put it in your DAW, and then you run your basic auto tune, and then your auto tune set at 440, or it doesn't even have an option because it's a cheap one. It doesn't let you change the tuning. Then you're just stuck at 440 for sure. Then someone made a beat at 432, and you're trying to find the right auto tune to match this beat, and you're looking like a fool, because no matter which one you pick, it doesn't sound right, because it's none of those keys. Because you'd either have to, like, if you knew better, you would take the beat and then pitch that back up to 440 or down to 440 if it's like at 444 like they got on this screen. Not very good at explaining things, but I'm trying to really help you explain why it might not fit. Now, I was watching, I think, Charlie Puth, and then he said, not that he's not, I'm just, it's just a reference, not that he's the man or something, or he isn't the man, but I was just watching him, and he made me think when he said that, he's got perfect tone or whatever, and he can hear the shift in the beats, and that when a beat goes slower, it kind of makes you sadder, and when it goes a little faster, it makes you look happy, like a smile, and that's true, which is fine. So that's fine. But like he was saying, he didn't purposely say it, but if you are into like the different tunings, it actually, for like recording purposes, it sounds more creative if you just make the beat in 440, record the beat in 440, master the beat in 440, and then just tune the whole song down to 432. Not tune the beat down to 432 and then have somebody rap on a 432 beat. Instead, just rap on a 440 beat and drag it down to 432 like that. So, I mean, that's what I recommend. You can still, I could show you both ways, so really it's cool. It doesn't matter. So let's keep it moving. So let's download the beat. Let's download this one, right? This wait, let's check, where did it go? Let's go back. Here, let's download this one. Right, so you get the YouTube beat up there, and if you don't know, then you gotta highlight this title, and you can right click it, click copy, or you can highlight it and press and hold Control C on the keyboard. You can go down here to share, and you can look at copy link right here. You can email it to yourself, the link, not the video. Yeah, but that's how you would get the link. Copy it from here, or click share and copy it from here. So once you get the link, it's copied in what's called the clipboard in your computer. Is there a way to show the clipboard? Let me see. Type that in, clipboard. No, I don't know how you can see the clipboard. There is a way you can see the clipboard. But anyways, once you get the link, you copy it, and then, I don't know, you gotta search for it. Check it out. This is important. You're gonna search for YouTube to MP3, right? I would go search first. See, because this is why. I'm glad something happened. Because, I got my virus protection stuff, and they're saying, riskware. They're not saying viruses or anything, but stuff that you might not want. So be very, very careful when going to YouTube to MP3 or converters or downloaders, because there's a risk you're taking going there for sure every time. Like, man, I gotta put that down. Like, if you have a studio, like sometimes you might let your clients sit down. Maybe you might let them sit down and run through beats on YouTube, right? So then one of them has a computer at home and he uses the YouTube to MP3 converter. So he's like, I'm gonna save the engineers some time and headache and just get the beat and download it for him. Then he downloads the beat, but in the process, he actually clicks OK to some small pop-up window that the riskware that pops up that says, hey, is it all right if I attach myself to your computer and send you, random messages, or, I advertise to you like every 5 seconds and mess with you all day long. You know what I'm saying? Or make you come to my website when you click on internet, no matter, like, just riskware. It's dumb stuff, annoying. And then I know better to not click on it. And that's why I got browser guard. And, I know there's lots of good virus protection. Sometimes I wonder if I even got the right one every time I get a new one, because so far this one's been good, but every time you get a good one, another better one is out. So whatever. But yeah, look at website block y2mate.nu, whatever. So yeah, you gotta be careful downloading these things. You can. I do it, but I have to do it. But yeah, let's continue to this. I didn't even want to go to that website because, to be honest, like, I didn't say I want to go to a website. I said I just want to Google search, and then it pulls me there. You see what I'm saying? Go back. YouTube to MP3, Google search. Block this page because it may contain malicious activity. Website that you may be putting together. But I just wanted to see YouTube to, let me see, YouTube to MP3 download. Oh, that ain't playing. Yeah, like it says, you got to be careful. But I'm going to continue. But I didn't want to go here, which is weird. Very weird. I just want to do a search. YouTube downloaders. Yeah, they got videos, if you want to watch them, but so you go to one. Let me see. Well, you go to one, right? And just make sure if you don't see any pop-ups, just don't click stuff. Just do what you came here to do, and that's insert a YouTube video URL, which is what we copied from over here. And then you can pick MP3 you just look at these boxes. MP3 is what you probably want. MP4 is the video if you're making video clips, and you want to do some like content creation, right? Or MP3. So let's click that. Look at, we blocked the connection to a potentially risky site. An app on your device tried to access a potentially unsafe site. We blocked it to protect you. All right, and you block it. Yeah. So luckily I have a you know, virus blocker, because that one doesn't seem to be the good right one. Let me see something. This is the one I like to use. This is cnvmp3.com. Yeah, I mean, I know what I would use. I would just want to make the video like, because the way you guys might run into problems. And see, like I said, you got to be careful. Can use these things, but there's bad ones out there that will mess your computer up. It's risky. It's not the end of the world, but it's risky. See, so that one came through, and that was with my virus protection. So either this one knows how to bypass viruses and it's got me, which I don't feel like it has. Sometimes I feel like it can or has, but who knows? But right now I've been very I feel, well, a lot of my problems actually been too many USB ports plugged into the computer, or certain ones plugged in wrong holes. And if you switch them, you'll get the pops and clicks out your audio. And I'm always swearing, I'm like, my computer's sabotaged. It was a virus. It was somewhere I went that day. And it was actually that day I think I went somewhere. I actually also probably added some other USB thing on it, and now it's popping and clicking. All right. But yeah, so it came, right? And then it's wherever your downloads are, And then so we're gonna take the download right here, and we can drag it. I like dragging them into any program, makes it easier. So we could drag it up, down, and just drop it in there. Let it load up the pictures and stuff. And here's the volume. If not, you got a volume here. If not, you got a volume. See what? Look, I'm already confused looking at all this mess. Either you can click here where the beat is and actually name it by double clicking it. Say beat we downloaded, right? Whatever. Or you can color it, whatever. Right? No biggie. Because you could turn it up or down. It says volume. If you click here, you turn up and down. Volume here, up and down. If you move your mouse, you got an eye icon, hand icon. If you go right above the line, you can move the line up and down. If the line's not there, like it wasn't used to be there for me, was it clip gain, hide line? See, there's no line, right? So you just turn it down from here and here. But I learned that you can go right click, clip gain, show line. And if you press control, you can make dots on there and adjust certain parts of the beat or wave or whatever. Move it all down, up, control Z, undo, right? Whole thing up, down, right? Yeah, as a beginner, you turn the beat down to like -20. I feel like the better you get, you might start to move up, maybe even back to 0. There was a point I was doing 0 again. I'm like, wow, I'm good. Then I lost it. Who knows why? but 20 is good. Nothing lower than 20. Well, that'd be for sure. Nothing lower than 20. That's gonna be peak. So some stuff has averages and peaks. I mean, all music has average and peaks. So some is different. Some averages -9, -6. So that's like a ratio, like -6 to like 0, -9/0. So you could think of it like that too. So you would say, put that at -20, then you're thinking like, well, there's the RMS is probably like -24, 25 then, right? So maybe you want your RMS -20, so you pull up to like -14. That way, it peaks 14, but like RMS is like 20. Or maybe you want RMS 14. So maybe we go to 9, peak 9. I feel like I'm just ballparking it. So now you got like RMS 14, peak 9. That's probably the most best spot. Now I'm thinking about it because music is in the K14, like whatever that means. But I'm figuring out more and more as I get through life. But yeah, that would be a good start too. And then you master it after that back to 0. Or you can leave it at 0, -6. But -20 is a good start if beginner and you don't have good microphone. Your microphone's crappy. If your microphone's crappy, I would definitely go down to -20. Absolutely. If you just got regular equipment. Focusrites are pretty good actually, but anything else like a Presonus or something, yeah, -20. All right, don't have to, but I'm saying because it give you lots of headroom. Some equipment saturates and it sounds good, but that cheap equipment, when it saturates, it sounds horrible. So you don't even want to get anywhere near its saturation point, anywhere near it. But anyways, yeah, then you have to, my time's almost up. I got 6 minutes. You got to find the key. You got to find the tempo once you get this thing in. You want to listen to the song.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen?
Off that, you're not going to be able to find the tempo because there was no beat. You need beat to hear tempo. I'm just opening this up a little bit for myself. Yeah, the beat, look, is it right? Right, we got a melody. Might have been too loud. I did forget that I have a side chain on my microphone here. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, there we go. So took that side chain off. We don't need that. That's for when I'm live. When I'm playing the music on the big speakers. So now we're back. Let me press play. And I'm still on. Okay, cool. So this is just the music. We need beat. So boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So that's how you count the beat, right? So probably any program you're on, you should be able to do this. Find that one. Why I visually saw it. I see it right there. I can see it's right here. So I'm just gonna drag this to there, and whatever your zoom function is, it's over here for this one. And if you put your eye dot there, you can zoom. I just want to cut all the way to the very beginning here. Zoom in, bam. Then you just want to drag that to the beginning of your project, all the way to, you can't drag it no more. Can't drag it no more. Then let's zoom all the way in over there. Look, it's all the way at the 1. If you look at this marker, got bars and beats, minutes, seconds, markers, minutes, seconds, bars and beats. Grid button right here, off, on. Grid settings, so let's do 1 bar, off, on. Zoom back in. See these lines right here? Line right here. Grid. Line gone, line there. Line gone, line there. Okay. This is gonna be each one. This for now because I gotta set to 1. If I want 4, I can make 4 as the main thicker one, the 3 lighter ones. Right? I just want 1. And then over here you got slip mode, grid mode. When you do that, it also changes like these lines to more darker blue, right? Slip, grid, letting you know that you're on grid mode. Plus, it looks better when they're darker. You can actually see these boxes better. So grid mode, right? So grid mode, grid 1, grid mode, grid, right? Everything grid, because you're trying to get the timing on grid with the beat. Like if you had a measuring tape. Oh, do I have a measuring tape around here? No, I think that measuring tape's upstairs. Well, it's basically like a measuring tape. So now I got, like, I'm gonna make my cut of wood, like, you know, if you were gonna line up something, you push it up against something, then you make your cut. So you see, got the beat right, slid to the 1 of the beat to the 1. So if I press play, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So now let's watch that on here. Let's try to read that, like if we can find out where that is. Ready? Let's try to catch it. Which one of these humps is 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I don't know if you saw it, but it's right here. Let's try it again. We cut it because I know it's there. Watch it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? Let's get in there and make sure it's all the way at the 1. Okay, and it is. Okay, let's even delete this just so you can see what I mean. We can always bring it back, you know, if you open this up. So basically what I'm saying right here is I have a bar of music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, look at 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Loops pretty good. I don't just doing this stuff. So but it doesn't match the grid. doesn't match the grid. You see 1, 2, 3. This box should fit in one of these boxes. This box should fit exactly in one of these boxes. If I press slip mode, I can move it around the lines. If I press grid, I can only move it to a line. And when I move it to a line, it doesn't fit inside the lines, but it should, because each one of these markers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, indicates a new bar. It indicates a new bar, a 4 or 3, whatever the time measure is, which is right here. And I'm not really good at time measures. I'm not going to pretend to be. But I know it exists for sure. And I know I'm not good at it. But most rap music's 4/4. Music I like is 4/4. I don't even feel like doing any other type of music, so I have not been interested in learning the other measures. But I mean, I do know how they operate. Let's just stick with the 4, so it doesn't fit. So I can, the way, what I'm about to do is I'm gonna go to find this tempo and either slow or speed it up. It's at 78. And I can speed it up or slow it down. And when I'm looking at it, when I slow it down, I see that I can bring this line closer to the end of this, or I went past it. So if I want to bring it, I can move the tempo faster to bring it to there. Now I'm looking at the tempo, says 49.50. So, but it's not perfect, right? Because you can see the line's not matching up. So let's try 50. Nothing, right? So let's try, they got the 0.00, so we could do a half, 49.5. And there you go, 49.5 is the tempo of this beat. Again, if we could just count this first, I want to count this beat for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. And then we're trying to get it so that it goes in these bars. So that's what we did. It's at 49.5. When every program starts at 120, so you would have to get to your tempo, move your tempo from 120, which every new project starts at, to the tempo of the song. Get this bar. This bar is overlapping 2.5 bars right now. So we gotta slow it down till we get to about the end of it. And it says 50. So was it 49? I gotta zoom in and make sure. That's all. So find somewhere to zoom in. Get a closer look and go to 49, 50, 49. So there's always possibility of a 0.5 is 50-50. You're gonna need a 0.5, so don't be afraid to use it. 0.5. Even a 0.250, which is half of 500, 250. You might even use a 250. Yeah, and that's the tempo. Got any questions? I will answer them, and I would try something different to explain to you how I got that, or use the program you got. Maybe I can find a trial one and I'll do that. But yeah, you need the tempo so that it can be on time, right? Once the time is up, you can kind of stretch the beat back out. Now you're on grid mode, so you can move the beat to different lines and be certain that when you click on that line, it starts. Move it to this line, you click, it starts. There was some intro to it. You can open that. Once you got, that was, if you remember, we marked it like right at the first bass drop. So, you could set your bass drop to 5 or 9, because 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. So it's weird, but it goes by 4, but it's 5, 9. Maybe I want to put it at 9 and then open it up back this way. And that gives me 2 bars in case, I don't know, I just need leeway to start. I don't want to be suffocated in the beginning there. because maybe I want someone to get ready, or maybe we're gonna add like a car accident here, or a movie, whatever. Maybe we're not, but at least it's there. At least it's there. And then now that I have it on the grid mode, and I got, like, for instance, grid selected, and I got one bar selected, that means every time I click on the timeline up here, it will just click onto one of these bars. Like, look, click it's on 14. I press play, it just starts music. Boom, boom, clap, boom, clap. Or they say, hey, can you skip forward to the end of the song? But on being on bar, me being on grid, look at the break. Right after the break, I just click over here, and I should be able to press play and just be right there. Look, I'm prepared to work. Now, I'm not scared for them to tell me to do something or go somewhere. They're saying, you know what, this, like, they're like this, see how it starts? That, they don't want it. They don't want it. So being on that I'm on the grid, I can say, okay, well, I'm gonna take 2 of these boxes out. Simple math. 2 boxes out, slide this over, and should be done. See? Maybe they don't want this part. See, you're just on the grid. Maybe they don't want that one either. I don't even need to be zoomed in. I did lower it on accident, but look. Perfect. You gotta get yourself on the tempo. It's just gonna help you a lot. Maybe you just want a quick drop, a quarter drop. So, like, okay, let's go back to grid. 1 bar grid, right, is 1 bar. Now, got 1 box. 1 bar, 1 box, 1 bar, 1 box. We want to break the box in half. Let's say half. Break the bar in half. The box in half. Now we got 2 boxes in 1 box. So we could cut out like half of the beat. Let's see. Do a drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right? Undo. Control Z. Option Z, whatever. Command Z. I don't do Mac, but I'm gonna probably start figuring that out. I like Macs too. That's a half. Maybe we want to do a quarter. So let's just do like 2 quarter drops. Look at, boom, I could just do like that. Maybe let's do 4 of them. See what that is. 3, 4, because the line is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Maybe you want to click at 8 and highlight the beginning one here and duplicate it, copy and paste it a bunch of times across. Always try to change up your dance. Like, don't do the same dance. Don't do the same dance. And that's what you want to do in this chair. You don't want to be doing the same dance. And you want to be dancing. If you want to do a good mix, you want to dance. If you're not dancing, they say, use your ears or use the meters. I say use your body. Just dance. You turn stuff up. You turn it up and you're not dancing. It's not you're not like what's going on? I'm not dancing. You turn and start dancing. I like that dancing. Leave it alone. You're dancing. Um, yeah, that's how you would download the beat and put it in there. Be able to chop it up and make sure it's on grid. Sometimes you want to switch back to get off grid mode and do whatever you got to do. But for the most part, you want to be on grid mode, and it's gonna help you a lot. Got to copy and paste any hooks or move any parts over. Like I said, you can put on bar mode and then grab a nice chunk, separate it, usually edit, and everything is a cut copies and stuff like that. So I don't know, selection, what's this selection? I don't know how you trim clip, what is that, separate? Let's try that. Yeah, never tried that one, but okay. And then now you can move it to another box like that, right? Put it at the end, open it, keep it there too. It'll work. Not probably the best sound, but turn it back up. Fine. Okay, it's gonna work. Yeah. Next, you would need to know the key